Hello, people of the world, I am Personified Fear, and welcome to my next blind playthrough of Silver Chaos! This is another game that I started on my previous channel before it died in the pits of Hades, and I literally only was able to do one part of it before it happened. Actually, no! I'm trying to remember which one I did first. I think the last video I did on my previous channel was the first part of Bunny Black. And then I fell asleep because I was editing something and I can't remember what it was. I think I was starting to edit something and I just fell asleep. And when I woke up, the channel was just gone. And I was like, huh, well, that was gonna happen. That was basically my reaction to it. But yeah, I didn't get very far in Silver Chaos. I only was able to play the first 15 minutes of it. So I'm starting it up again because, you know, why not? I literally only played 15 minutes of it. I want to see what else happens. So let's go ahead and click on the start button. Click on the start button. Will you fucking play the start button? And we're gonna get right into this bitch. It should be fun. Also, let me check the options again. Let me go through it because text writing speed fast, scene switch speed medium. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. So then, ladies and gents, let's kick this right on in. Here in the All Green Kingdom, emphasis has been put. No, I had that right. Emphasis. I'm an idiot. Emphasis has been put on the art of fencing, assassination skills, and sorcery tactics since the dawn of the era. Therefore, several training schools were built in various places, and talented men were sought out around the world. However, a powerful magician summoned the devil Hardius. Hardius? We call you Hardius. 10 years before his own desire. Although his magicians planned to use the devil's power to conquer the world, the reverse happened when the devil came and his body was captured. That's how things usually go when people are like, oh, I can totally control this thing. Look, I have control of the mighty Pokemon Kyogre. Oh no, it flooded the world, and it just went on a rampage and it left. I didn't think that would happen. I'm sorry, guys. I flooded the world by accident. I honestly thought I would be able to control it, and you know, I just start flooding random places like Moss Deep. Nobody likes Moss Deep. Fuck Moss Deep. Anyway, one person, the hero, fought against this devil. He borrowed strength from his trust in the magician and God, and after a desperate struggle, it was sealed. The devil was sealed, but the compensation was great. All over the country, men fell during the fight, and as a result, the country overflowed with orphans. The benevolent king, wait. Everyone's an orphan now? So there are no parents. Ooh, that doesn't make any sense. This is years later. So I guess at that time, everyone just became an orphan? Alright. So the benevolent king, His Majesty Sergei Claudius, took charge of the training schools all over, and food, clothing, and shelter were provided to every soldier's child. Alright. Game? Did you die? I think the game died. I don't know what to do here.
さて、今日の授業はここまで。次回は展開と魔界についてです。
Alright, that was weird. That was very weird. I thought, alright. Thanks, Sensei. So, this is one of the All Green Kingdom's training schools, Silver Training School. It's on the lap of the Royal Palace, and it's said to turn out the most men with superior talent. Many young men carry the next generation, working hard in the studies of martial arts, magic, and learning. And now, one student runs through the corridor heard.
Oi, Adonis! Yeah. どうしたんだい?
A beautiful young man who could be easily mistaken for a woman answered the student momentarily. His name is Adonis. He is an impressive young man with a supple body that could root a person in place with its intense eyes. Yes, look at those intense derp eyes right there. That'll put me in my place. His silver hair stretching to his hip made his elegance even more prominent.
なあ、アドニス、今度の昇級試験に合格したら、いよいよ宮廷魔術師団に入れるんだろ?
う
His face was pale, and he wore a gloomy facial expression, and his response was small.
なんだよ浮かない顔をして。宮廷魔術師団といえば王宮直属のエリート師団。俺たち魔術を学ぶ者の憧れじゃないか。
You think that, but that's probably not going to be that of a great. That's really not going to be as great as you think. Have you guys been reading that new manga, Black Clover? You know, you're thinking, oh man, I'm gonna be an awesome magician. I'm gonna do all this awesome shit, and then you randomly end up with the weirdos. I mean, I kind of like the weirdos more so than anyone else in that army that we've seen thus far. But you know, he's probably gonna end up with the weirdos. Just saying. Black Clover has confirmed it. If you are, no matter how good you probably are, you're gonna end up with the really weird people that everyone's afraid of. That is the natural course of action in this game. Probably. I don't know. Anyway, it should be noted that it's the highest honor for boys in this country.
でも、僕は魔術師団へは行かないよ。
Oh yeah, you do have. Oh yeah, I remember you have mouth flaps, right? But you don't blink. And I said this before. If you're going to have any type of facial animation on your character, go all out with it. Don't just fucking make them blink. It's very weird when they're just blinking at you and they don't move their mouths. And it's even weirder when they can move their mouths, but for whatever reason, nobody in the fucking universe decides blinking is a good idea.
Yeah. どうして?
Maybe they banned blinking.
だって、宮廷魔術師団に入ったら王宮の外へ簡単には出られなくなる。そうして。ああ、やっぱりマイトか。お前らいつも二人一緒だもんな。うん。マイトは僕と同じ孤児院で、小さい頃から兄弟のように育ったんだ。
Adonis said this as he remembered Mike was 2 years younger, and now he was in a fencing course on the same silver training school. From a young age, Mike was raised like a sibling, and Adonis truly loved him like a younger brother.
だから、今マイトと離れるなんて僕にはできないよ。それに、宮廷魔術師団なんて僕には荷が重すぎる。ここを出たら、町の魔法診療所でみんなの怪我や病気を治す仕事をしたいな。その方が僕の性に合っていると思うよ。
Okay, if you're wondering why it seems like a little bit weird, the text keeps flashing in like that rather than naturally coming in. It's because I keep double clicking, thinking that it's not working. It's moving relatively slow, and I was like, did I click?
そっか。しかしもったいないよな。俺たちの中で一番成績優秀なアドニスがわざわざエリートへの道を棒に振るなんて。
That's not really that good of a thing. You have an elite course in methods of sacrifice. So, what exactly is he like a summoner, a blood mage? What exactly is your class if we're gonna specify it as anything? Like, oh, I'm very good at sacrificing shit. Yeah, that's really a good power to have. You know he's evil, right? Anybody that just automatically has the innate ability within themselves to be extraordinarily good at sacrificing shit, there's a 90% chance that the person's gonna turn out to be evil. That, or they're gonna be a weirdo. Huh, it's probably a weirdo. Anyway, Adonis and Mike were given into custody of the orphanage at a young age. Both of them parents' faces. Both of them parents'. That's a weird sentence, right? That's a weird little thing right there. But either way, faces never mentioned, had no blood relationship, and had no single relative to trust. Although life in the orphanage was never easy, his memories were happy ones. So they were always together, studying together, playing together, pulling pranks, getting scolds together. That one time they jacked off together, back to back. Probably the best way you're gonna jack off, you're gonna do it with another person. Just saying, man.
もうちょっとだよ、アドニス。
Unless you really want to do it side to side, but I mean, I don't know, man. You could go back to back and see how that works out. But hey, if side to side works for you, that works for you.
急いで、マイト。早くしないと管理人さんに怒られちゃうよ。勝手に取っちゃダメって言われてるんだからさ。だからもうちょっとで届くからさ。 こら勝手にリンゴを取るんじゃない。アドニス落ちるよ。
He's carrying you. You should know if he's fallen. And is it really all that bad?
あの時は二人とも管理人のおじさんに大目玉食らったっけ。
He sounds happy that he got scolded.
でも楽しかった。またあんな風に二人で一緒に遊びたいな。子供の頃みたいに。
What type of scolding did you get? Because the way you sound makes it sound like it was, you know, you guys were doing a little butt play there. A little bit of anal blazer. That's what it sounds like. You guys were doing anal blazer when you guys were like 5? Come on now. That's too early for anal blazer. Anal blazer is an age of... Do I want to put an age gap in anal blazer? I don't think anal blazer... I probably should, because if you're playing anal blazer when you're 5, man, I don't know what to tell you here. I mean, anal blazer is fun for the whole family, don't get me wrong.
Adonis! Adonis, are you there?
You know, anal blades are fun for the whole family. Grab your kids, and naturally, no, don't. I don't know what the message I'm trying to present here. God damn it. I don't know what I'm going with. Alright. Anyway, at that time, another classmate came running up, short on breath.
どうしたの？ゲスを変えて。
I do need to think of another term for butt sex for this game, though. Like, the one playthrough I had on my other channel, Hodaka Sasuji, was butler body. The one before that, I just used the term anal blazer a lot because it's fun to say, and that was more indicative for the first yaoi game I ever played, which was Absolute Obedience. I played and beat that, and that's when I used anal blazer because it kind of made sense for that game, you know, anal blazer, it kind of fit with that. This game, however, I need to think of a different word for butt sex. Probably make a song about it. I mean, I already did, but I need to make a song about the different terms for butt sex. Probably do that. Probably come up with something. Anyway, alarmed by the classmate's appearance, Adonis flew toward the medicinal office like a hurricane. The Hurricane from WWE, or...
Maito!
I guess not. Rock you like a hurricane? Nah. What jumped into Adonis's eyes as he entered the medical office was the pitiful figure of Might laying in bed. Okay. See, sometimes it doesn't click when I think it clicks, and meh. Anyway, his body was wrapped up in the blood-soaked white bandages, an expression of anguish on his face.
Maito! Maito!
Why is it that I can read this somewhat perfectly, and then I start playing Everlasting Summer, and for whatever reason I'm illiterate? I guess it makes me feel illiterate. That guy, the main character in Everlasting Summer, that guy, man, he's smarter than me. That's pretty obvious. Well, at least his vocabulary is better than mine. In terms of common sense, I think I'm better. But I don't know. He had something going there in that game, you know. Ended up in a random place with a bunch of hot chicks. You have a choice of either going into the woods or you can hang out with the hot chicks and probably get murdered by them. I think it's still to go with the hot chicks, though. I'm just saying, you know. Still a good chance you can end up with one of them. I mean, seriously, the same thing happened in this game where, you know, okay, it's either I get blasted in the face with a fucking magical missile from some random guy who's chasing me, or I go into this random village where there are possibly evil people who are going to eat my flesh. I might take the bullet, actually. What type of...
Hi. どうしてこんなことに?
That's not even like a viable situation comparison, actually.
彼、マイトは剣術の野外訓練の時、突然現れた魔物からパートナーをかばって崖から転落してしまったのだ。
I mean, it kinda is, you know, you're still facing death from both ends, but the previous example, you know, within that game was basically there's a chance that you can get laid if you go with the girls, but there's also a chance that they're evil. In this situation that I just made up, it's kind of more like, well, it's either that you get shot or you get eaten. I guess I guess like the plus side is that you'll be safe for a couple of days before they decide to start fattening you up and...
幸い事故が起きたのがこの訓練場のそばだったので、ここまで運んできたのだが。
Ah, well, okay, he was still going, but whatever. So, the heavy words from the teacher didn't reach Adonis' ears. Game?
マイトは治りますよね。
それが我々もできる限りの施術はしたのですが、
The doctor answered with a pensive look.
全身の骨折がひどく内臓に致命傷を負っています。正直申しまして今晩が山ではないかと。
Okay, this always gets me when it comes down to, being injured in a magical world. How advanced is healing magic? Because healing magic seems, like in most things, healing magic seems to be like the end-all be-all. With healing magic, I can revive somebody. With healing magic, I'm capable, depending on the game at least, I'm capable of reviving somebody. I'm capable of healing you so that way you no longer have wounds, or you don't have if you have a big laceration in your leg, I can actually heal that with my magic and it will be instantly gone. But then you have other games where it's like, yeah, I can use my healing magic, but it won't be able to do too much. Is it because the healing magic is like a per time type? I've never understood this. Like, if you have healing magic, you need to establish exactly how powerful the healing magic is, or how potent you are at healing. I don't know.
まさか。
We're gonna keep going because I actually think I played more than 20 minutes of this game, or I'm just doing way more tangents than I did in that first video.
君たちは実の兄弟同然に育ったと聞いている。かけがえのない肉親を失うことはさぞ辛かろう。
だからせめて今は彼がこれ以上苦しまないように。
嫌だ。
Adonis seized Mike's hand once more. Frantically, he realized that his healing magic studies, putting his entire soul into words as he prayed. Soft light wrapped around the body of the boy who lost his.
マイト。マイト。死なないで。マイト。
Okay, you see, he has a chance to just yell, Maito, you have a really good chance to just yell at the top of your lungs, like Iris. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you, bro. You're not gonna do it, but you're good. Good chance for it. Just saying, man. It's possible.
嫌だ。嫌だ。
You could yell no. I'd like that too.
アドニス君。
そんなの嫌だ。マイトのいない世界なんて僕は。
Game? Okay, there we go. From Adonis's eyes, there was no stopping the tears pouring down his cheeks, spilling and falling.
ねえマイト、目を開けてよ。返事をしてよ。ねえ。
He seized Mike's hand, praying and calling him. However, his eyes stayed closed like a stone image.
マイト、今日の朝宿舎で約束したじゃないか。今度の休みには二人で街に行こうって。
That's all you're gonna do during your vacation is going to town? Yeah, I guess maybe because you stay in the academy all day, going to town seems like some really big thing, but I don't know. It's kind of like a boarding school type situation. You're constantly in the boarding school, and when you finally get a day off, you want to go out somewhere. So I guess that's the thing they're doing here. Anyway, the area was completely dark. Unable to ignore his physical strength, Adonis continued reflecting on his healing magic, and another doctor now began to operate. However, Mike's physical condition wasn't looking good at all. Rather, it was growing worse from being aggravated. His face lost more and more of his complexion, and as time went by, his pulse grew weak. Adonis was put out of the medical office, and sitting down in the corridor, he looked up at the night sky. From, I guess, those pillars over there that we're not gonna look at. We're just gonna, take the game's word for it that he's looking at the sky. Anyway, a cold silver moon climbed into the sky and a pale blue light shined on Adonis.
マイト、できることなら僕が代わってあげたい。僕は一体どうすれば。マイト、僕を一人にしないで。僕一人残されて これから先何を信じて生きていけばいいというの？
Kinda.
何やらお困りのご様子。
Okay, this is where I pretty much left off last time. It was this motherfucker, and alright, we're gonna see the situation.
誰？
In the dark corridor, a voice clouded his mind that he couldn't think was a human being's. Sensing something unusual, Adonis stood ready for the figure that appeared out of the darkness. Darkness! Oh my god, there we go. Anyway, its appearance and expression, that was just weird how it was that space, but anyway, expression were hidden behind a mantle and a hood that wasn't able to see them. So he wasn't able to see them. But his hand was visible from the skirt of the mantle and was clearly different from a human hand.
誰だ？お前は？
私のことなどどうでもよいではありませぬか。それよりあなたの大切な人を救う手立てをご用意いたしましょう。
The grotesque person held out in a book.
これは？
これを使えばあなたの大切な人を助けられましょう。
Yeah, you see, you don't trust this motherfucker. You see, this is the type of shit that happens. You don't trust the shady-looking dude with a demon hand. Don't trust him. Nero from Devil May Cry? Don't trust him. He's probably evil. He'll eat you. Maybe. Well, eat you by I mean he'll eat your soul. I mean, he does have Virgil's sword. I don't know if Virgil's sword is capable of eating souls, but it can open up dimensions and shit, so, you know, I think it's possible of eating souls.
どうしてこれを僕に？
When he raised his eye from the magical book, the grotesque figure wasn't there. It was as if the figure never existed. The only proof left was the unique book he had in his hands. Being left alone temporarily until tomorrow, he timidly opened the magic book. As he turned the pages, the book in his hands grew strong.
これはまさか？
Adonis' expression froze at what the contests were about. Alrighty then, ladies and gents, so I'm going to end the part right here, and I'm going to pick it up right in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and leave a like, but if you didn't, then you can go ahead and dislike it. Have a comment, leave it in the comment section, and ladies and gents, if at any point in time you do happen to like the sound of my stupid voice, you guys can go ahead and subscribe. Till then, ladies and gents, I'll see you guys later.